Well, the sunflower patch is doing pretty darn good back here. We got a little bit of a rain last night. It wasn't long, but it was something. But that deer has been in here. You can see chewed off the tops of a whole bunch of them in here. All these taller ones. I guess they don't seem to bother the other ones, but there's still plenty in here. There's probably 100,000 sunflowers in here. I don't know. They're growing well. I don't see any really yellowing or any nitrogen deficiencies at this point. Our soil must be pretty decent back here still. They look like they've got some bug damage and stuff like that, but that's fine. They'll survive that just fine. But they're pretty tall. I mean, they're good, 18 inches to 2 to some maybe even 3 feet tall back there. Some of the taller ones out in the middle. So they're doing pretty good. But that's not why I have called you here today. I've got something that's been on my mind that I wanted to address and talk to you guys about. Try to keep you guys up to date and informed on life here, what's going on with us, and maybe address some common things that I get in comments and that people ask about and other things. And so there's been something weighing on me that I just I figure it's do a video, and so we'll talk about that here a little bit. So welcome back to the SSL Family Dad channel. We are out here on a beautiful summer day. It is in the 90s, one of the longest running heat waves that we have had in recorded history, I think, here in Michigan. It's been in the 90s for a while. It looks like it's going to be in the 90s every day, and sunny and fairly dry, but we've been doing pretty good out here. But I thought I would talk to you guys about a couple things that get brought up often, and I feel like there's a lot of I feel like I've let you guys down. I feel like I let you guys down a lot, and I just want to kind of address that. I'm ambitious with my words many times, and I like to commit to things sometimes with you guys to help to hold me accountable, to push me forward, to get projects done, and to fulfill commitments that I've made. I like to do that. I'm self-employed here. I don't have a boss telling me what to do, giving me deadlines, and sometimes in order to self-motivate myself to make sure that I'm meeting deadlines that I'm setting for myself, I bring you guys into the picture. Many times in planning videos, I've talked about a lot of things that I'm going to do. I've talked about chicken coops and chicken operations. I've talked about fencing. I've talked about gates. I've talked about sugar shacks and play areas and play structures and different ways of raising animals and things I was going to do in the greenhouse. I've talked about farming things and equipment I was going to get, and so many things I've talked about with you guys over the years. And many of those things have not yet gotten done. And many times people ask, you need to get this done. They'll say, or they'll say, a comment that someone made the other day, you need to get your priorities straight. This needs to get done, they'll say, or why aren't you doing this, or what happened to this, or can I get an update on this, and things like that. And while I really want to do those things, I try to do those things. I try to make sure that I'm keeping you guys apprised on what's going on here. I generally put out 2 to 3 videos per week. That's what I have committed to. And you guys only see a really small portion of life here. I don't videotape everything. If you want to see a lot of the behind the scenes stuff and kind of more everyday stuff, follow us on Instagram. That stuff goes out daily in stories and in Instagram posts and other things like that. We do a lot of those little things. But you guys only see a very small portion of what happens here. You also probably only know half of the story, if not less than that. My wife and I and my family are heavily involved in our local community, in our churches. We feel that God has given us what we have here in order for us to serve, in order for us to serve Him, in order for us to serve local bodies and the church and share the gospel. That's where we're at. Some of you agree with that, don't agree with that. That is where we are at, and that is what we feel like our calling is. And so we spend an enormous amount of our time during the week doing those things that you guys don't always see. I can't take you along on a lot of those things for a lot of reasons. Serving at, and this isn't like, oh, I'm so great, I serve and do all these things. Believe me, I'm a mess just like everybody else. But we try. And we serve at food pantries. I spend a lot of time helping family, friends, neighbors serving at the church that we attend, serving in our local community here at the church, a small church in town. We're currently heavily involved in their VBS program that we're rolling out this summer, and there's a lot of days and time spent coordinating and meeting and planning and fulfilling those obligations at several churches and several communities and different things like that. And the other thing that we need to, I guess, I would ask that you just remember is that this is a full-time job running the farm operations that we do here. Just coming outside every day, keeping up with animals, keeping up with repairs, keeping up with equipment, hay season, gardening season, caring for all the things that we need to care for. That in itself, without videotaping anything or editing or, all those things, projects and other stuff like that, that is a full-time job. I know there are lots of other channels out there that kind of project this homestead lifestyle, but really it's just a video lifestyle. What can I videotape? We try to run a real operation here, and that's there's a challenge with that. And so with all those things being said, I would ask that please be patient and understand that I'm trying my hardest to fulfill what I feel like when I say things to you guys that I'm going to do. I want to honor that. I don't want to be a guy who just runs his mouth and says he's going to do a bunch of stuff that he doesn't do. Sometimes those plans get pushed back, and other things take their place, and priorities do change. Another thing I wanted to address is many people have asked, why did you stop doing sermons on this channel? And you can see the little podium, the pallet podium behind me. I stopped doing that on this channel because of other ministry obligations that we had, marriage ministries and other things that Lisa and I are part of, and help to lead, and other things had me preparing a lot of other teachings and things like that during the week, and I just couldn't do everything, and so I had to put that aside. Not to say that will never come back. For those of you guys who have said something or enjoyed those, I appreciate the encouragement. That may come back someday, but I definitely can't commit to that. There is a never-ending project list here. I have a running list in my head and also in notes of things that need to get done. And a lot of times, new projects and new things come up during the week. Financial things come available. Timing is right in our life for other things, and things have to get done in certain orders. It's like a puzzle putting things together in our life, what time we have. And a lot of people have said something about, how come you're doing renovations right now when your tractor's broken? Or why are you doing this and why are you doing that? And there's so many things behind the scenes, I can't explain all of them, but the tractor repair has been pushed off a little bit, and there's a whole bunch of things that need to happen for me to prepare a place for me to even work on that tractor. And so there's 10 or 15 steps that need to happen before I can even get to that. Having the hay cut has bought me time, and that is what I needed. So I will be figuring out how to handle that situation here soon, and I'll continue to take you guys along on that. Just rest assured that things are moving along in the background. I try to put out as much good content for you guys. I never try to just shoot something just to make a video and just put something out. I always try to make it entertaining and interesting for you guys. It takes a lot of time and effort. I know you guys know that, and I appreciate your patience. I appreciate you guys following along for so many years. Some of you guys that comment, and I remember you guys. I remember you guys from 6 years ago when I first started this YouTube channel. So many of you have stuck with this channel, and I really appreciate that. I feel like I have the best subscribers on YouTube, that you guys have stuck through everything. A lot of you guys aren't even interested in some of the things that we do, and you stick with the channel anyway, and you wait for the stuff that you are interested in. I appreciate that. And so, thank you guys for sticking with me. Maybe some of you guys are waiting on a favorite project. I'd love to hear what's the project that I have mentioned to you that you're waiting on. I'd love to hear in the comments the things that you guys are interested in, that you guys have been waiting for, and I'm excited to get those things done too, and get them out to you guys as soon as I possibly can. So thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for being patient, hitting thumbs up on the videos, and sharing videos with friends and family and all those things. I really appreciate it, and supporting the channel. More content coming soon. I have more indoor DIY projects that have already been filmed many weeks ago and finished, and that I will be bringing you guys up to speed on. The inside stuff, I'll be bringing you guys up to speed on stuff going on out here. And so look for all those updates. They're still coming. I'm not going to let you guys down. It will eventually happen. It just takes some time sometimes. So as always, guys, thank you for following along. Thanks for sticking with the SSL family and our journey here. Always appreciated. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.